Hello, this lecture is about working with fractions part 2. Here, first let's go for equivalent fractions. Well, two fractions, they are said to be equivalent fractions if they gives us same number, or in case if you see these two rectangles, then we can realize that the dotted portion is 1/2. Okay. Similarly, the second one is also 1/2, but it has been divided into two more parts, so that's 2/4. And another interesting thing is that whenever we try to simplify this fraction 2/4, then we know that 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, so that gives us 1/2. So you can see that 2/4 and 1/2, they are equivalent fractions. Let's suppose a divided by b is a given fraction, and if we want to find an equivalent fraction for this one, we just multiply both top and bottom by a non-zero number. Where n is a non-zero number. Then it simply says that we can have many equivalent fractions for a given fraction. For example, let's take 3/4. To find equivalent fractions, we multiply and divide top and bottom by any non-zero number. So 3/4, 6/8, -9 by -12, they are all equivalent fractions. We will use equivalent fractions whenever we have to add or subtract two fractions with unlike denominators. The fourth one is about sum of two fractions. Sum also means addition or subtraction. First, let us deal with those kinds of fractions which have like denominators. If we have a fraction, let's suppose a divided by b plus m divided by b. Here, these two are two different fractions and the denominators are same. In this case, we will add the numerators. Okay, so that would be a plus m divided by b. Warning: you can add the numerators of a fractions if and only if the denominator is same. Otherwise, no. Let's take an example. 8/3 plus 5/3. 3 is the common denominator, so let us put that downstairs, and 8 plus 5. That will give us 8 plus 5 is 13 divided by 3. That's it. The second one is with unlike denominators. The second one is about unlike denominators. Let's take an example. 3/8 plus 1/10. Warning, we can't add 3 and 1. For this, we will try to make the denominators of both fractions the same. For this purpose, let us try to figure out the least common multiple of both these denominators. Okay, and that will be the common denominator between both of these two fractions. Let us suppose this is 8 and this is 10. Okay, and 8 times 1 is 8, 10 times 1 is 10. Okay, so let's go for 2. 8 times 2 is 16, 10 times 2 is 20. Now finally 8 times 5 is 40 and 10 times 5 is 50. So here you can see that 40 is the common quantity. Here we can see that 40 is the least common multiple. Okay, and also let us write 40 in this way. 40 equals to 8 times 5 And 40 also can be written as 10 times 4. Okay. Alright. Our denominator would be 40. Okay. So we want to make the denominator 40. And we know that 8 times 5 is 40. So that's why let us multiply and divide top and bottom by 5 for the first fraction. Similarly, for the second fraction, 1 over 10, we can see that 10 times 4 is 40. So let us multiply top and bottom by 4. Now you can clearly see that 8 times 5 is 40 and 3 times 5 is 15. Similarly, 4 times 1 is 4 and 10 times 4 is 40. Once we have already figured out that denominators are same, then add the numerators. So that is 19, 15 plus 4 is 19 and 40 is 16. So this is our answer. 19 over 40 is our answer.